So there was giraffes, hundreds of giraffes, all around these wonderful, beautiful giraffes. There's zebras. Zebras in their hundreds. Now, you know what a zebra is? Is a horse that's got painted stripes. Literally. And they're very, very, very elegant. The zebra's got a dignity. Nonetheless, the zebras in their hundreds around these beautiful giraffes, these tall. So I said to this guide, why is it there's so many zebras around the giraffes? Look, they're all together. As the giraffe begins to move, the whole zebras begin to move. All these, they just follow them. Oh, he said, after all these years, someone's actually asked the question. I always have to try and tell them to get interest. But you've asked the question. Why? He says, well, it's because the zebras are so short. They can't see afar off. But those wonderful creatures, the giraffes, they can see far away. And they can see when predators, when danger's coming. Far away, they just see it. They can see far, always far off. And as soon as they warning signal and they turn, they run, the zebras just run with them. Because they know there's danger. They can't see, but they know there's danger.
We're going.
Oh, and you want to see how fast these giraffes can run. Oh, you think it's just graceful. You try and keep up in a car. You want to see these zebras run. It's graceful thing. They're long, they reach a terrific speed. But that is a point we need to stop at.
Yeah.
You see, Hebrews 10 verse 25. God says, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is. Don't dare believe you can cut yourself off from vital communion with God's people, especially the godly. Especially the godly. You see, the godly, you must always seek out. There's nothing as dangerous as seeing a young people's church where there's no older people. And the normal reason, because they don't want any authority or any influence from the older. That they want out, old standards, everything. Careful. The godliest are who you choose out.
That's right.
Not forsaking yourself
That's right.
to the elders. The elders have a vital responsibility to watch over you. Not forsaking the assemblies of ourselves that we need. Don't dare cut yourself off from a vital relationship and communing with God's people, especially the godliest of the godly, the elders. As the manner of some is, but exhorting, encouraging each other. So much the more as you see the day approaching. Amen. It doesn't necessarily mean that you stop attending church when you cut yourself off from vital fellowship. You might attend church because of obligation to your parents or your family. But you can close your heart to fellowship with the godly, even if you're attending a godly fellowship. You can close your heart to fellowship with the saints. Beware. You will become gold, you will become cut off, and you will suffer the consequences. You will suffer tragic consequences if you think that you can cut yourself off willingly as a Christian from vital fellowship with the godly, especially the godly. You dare not sever yourself from vital communion with Christ. It is imperative for your survival, and you dare not sever yourself or cut yourself off deliberately and carefully and knowingly from vital fellowship, meaningful fellowship with the godly, especially the godly. Don't doubt that. Those giraffes could see afar off. The elders can warn you.
Amen.
What you don't see is dangerous.
Amen.
And you can flee when they sound the signal. And that's what they're there for. 1 Peter 5 verse 1. The elders which are among you, I exhort, feed the flock. That means shepherd the flock of God which is among you. The elders which are among you, I exhort, feed the flock. Shepherd the flock of God which is among you, taking the oversight thereof. Like those giraffes who can see afar off. Those smaller ones cannot. They need your protection. They need you to take the oversight. Look after them. Look ahead for them. Watch over them. Taking the oversight, you elders. Shepherding the flock. Neither being lords over God's heritage, but being examples to the flock. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves to the older. Submit yourselves to the elder. Hebrews 13 verse 1. Obey them. Obey them that have the rule over you. And submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy, not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you. They know they're accountable to God, being elders. And they need to watch over you. They need to warn you. Because they can see way ahead where you can't see when you're first saved.
That's right.
You have to have fellowship with God's people and the godly.
Yeah.
You don't sever yourself or cut yourself off. Ezekiel 3 verse 1. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. They will hear the word of my mouth and warn them from me. We use this for unsaved people. God speaks here for his people.
Yes.
I have made you a watchman. You can see afar off. You know the dangers of where they're heading. Warn them from me. Warn them from me. I was with a man called Sam Gerber. Really godly man. I met up in International Falls with him the other day. He was telling me, after some sermon I preached, of some track that they've lost. They're trying to find it for me now. But it was a true story of two little boys, who didn't realize as they were up on some place that everyone was viewing, they didn't realize they were in a very dangerous situation. They picked up dynamite that had been ignited. And the people afar who had done this see these children playing, now holding all the dynamite sticks.
Oh dear.
And they know this is going to go off. You hear these children? This really happened, by the way. And so the men, looking at these children, cried out to them, throw it away, throw it away. They're screaming, frantically, fearfully. They know these children are going to be blown to pieces. Throw it away, throw it away, throw it away. These children couldn't hear. They knew they were screaming, and they knew it was to them. But these people have distanced themselves so, and eventually they picked up, throw it away. He's screaming, throw it away. So they threw. It blew up. One was maimed for life. The other hurt very, very badly, but they both didn't get killed. But as it blasted, as they threw over this one edge of this cliff that they were saying, throw it away! They will warn you. They will cry. Throw it away! Even a little leaven. You don't know that, but a little leaven leavens the whole lump. You can't play the fool with that. You'll be totally destroyed. Throw it away! Now that's a staggering statement. Romans 12, verse 1. Be not conformed to this world. This is the spirit of this world. Don't allow you to be caught up in the spirit of this world. Throw it away! Know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God. You stand with the enemies of God, doing the things they do. Throw it away! Don't be conformed anymore to this world. Don't allow it to influence you. Get out of that. A little leaven will leaven the whole lump. Don't be conformed. What fellowship hath light with darkness? Throw it away! The godly must warn you in a way that you will tremble if you have any fear of God left. And I'm not just playing the fool with God. Throw it away! Throw it away. In Colossians 3 verse 2, set your affection on things above, the elders must warn you. Not on things of the earth. Throw these things away. Throw it away! This will destroy your testimony. Mortify, put to death, therefore, your members. Fornication. That's uncleanness. I don't want to say what it really means. Uncleanness, inordinate affection. It borders here on also the sensual filthiness and filthy sins. He's speaking to Christians. Set your things, section of things above. He's not speaking about material things. Not a thing. Don't allow yourself to be drawn into having any affection for wickedness. He names the things. Put to death. Fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, abnormal affection, evil concupiscence, evil desires. He's speaking here of all the wicked sins. And then he says something that staggers me. And covetousness, which is idolatry. That's staggering. he throws this word covetousness with fornication, inordinate affection, uncleanness. All these filthy, evil concupiscence, every evil desire. He throws covetousness with these wicked sins. For the which sake the wrath of God cometh on the children of disobedience. But now ye also put off these things. Throw them away. We need to warn, as Paul warned, as elders. These things, no. Now, Ephesians 4:17 speaks of the same things, but uses a different word. Walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their minds, who work uncleanness, and he goes through all the filthy sins that we were reading of in Colossians, chapter 3. Who work all these evil sins with greediness. Now, covetousness and greediness are the same Greek word. Covetousness. This is idolatry, God says. Oh, there's a sermon in that. Greediness. With all these wicked sins, he puts covetousness and greediness. Put off these deceitful lusts, he cries. Throw it away! The elders have to tell them. My wife told me of an amazing event. Recently, we were up in Maranatha Baptist Church's annual convention. We've spoken for many, many years. She addresses the ladies. My son addresses the men and the boys in the morning. I speak to everybody in the night. But, as annually, she sometimes, when I'm preaching, she disappears. And she goes off to the ladies' room to help the ladies who are selected to look after the babies. Because they have this sign up there that I'm brittle and I will die or probably have a heart attack if there's babies in the meeting. So everybody's scared, so they go and have a big screen, you know. And lovely chairs and toys and everything in the big room, that the mothers take the babies if they make any noise, just so that I stay alive. Nonetheless, my wife said she was there in this room with his mothers and the babies, you know, and everybody's trying to look after these screaming children while they're trying to listen to the message at the same time. In a special room, far away from where it could go. She said a strange thing happened. These two boys. The mommy of the one boy was there, but there's another mommy with another boy. And one little boy suddenly started playing with an imaginary car. Have you ever heard of a child when his imagination goes easy in another word? He had an imaginary car. Now, it wasn't a real car. He's playing with the imaginary car. And he was enjoying himself widely. Now, this other boy was looking at him, enjoying himself immensely with imaginary car. It wasn't a real car. So what does this other boy, his imagination starts also. So he runs and he pushes this way, and he grabs this imaginary car. Mine! My car! Can you believe it? Now everybody stands there. The other boy looks at him and runs. Pow! Boom! Bring up! Spike! Run! Give me my car! Pow! Boom! Bang! It's mine! Ah, it's my car now! It's mine! Now this carried on. Now what do you do as mothers? How do you sort this one out? So the mother said, listen to her. This one little boy. Give him back his car. You tell me how to do it. Give it back to him. It's his. And why don't you have an imaginary car? Imaginary. Make it human. Then you'll have your imaginary car. He'll have his imaginary car. And you both can play. And there's no fighting. No! It's my car now. Not his. It's my car. Boom, bang, and start again. And you believe that. But this happened now. Everybody was, well, what do you do? But let me shock you. There's one sin that will make you lose your sensibilities and carry on like a madman. You won't believe what you'll stoop to through covetousness, through greed.